Hi there, everyone. I'm Lilith, and I'm back with more cozy and mindful gaming content for you today. In this video, we're going to be building a quiet and rustic cottage for a garden witch in The Sims 4. I was feeling really overwhelmed after a stressful week. My mind just kept running and buzzing and catastrophizing. So I made my favorite strawberry matcha, just oat milk blended with frozen strawberries, and matcha poured on top, put on my favorite playlist, and settled in to do a little building in The Sims. I've been wanting to include some more of this kind of casual content on my channel, sharing some of my own personal moments of mindful gameplay and intentional pause with you, maybe to sort of help you relax and unwind along with me. And I thought that starting with builds in The Sims would be a really great way to do this. So I'm planning to include some more videos like this in our rotation, just relaxed, mindful gaming, maybe some inspiration for your own gaming or Sims builds, while I chat a bit about the game, what I'm building, some life and channel updates, and more. I really hope that you enjoy slowing down with me for a little while. June was a very busy month for us over on Twitch. I had some really exciting sponsored streams, and we did our annual Pride fundraiser. We raised over $4,000 for It Gets Better project, which is absolutely amazing. So I didn't get to do all that much uploading over here on YouTube, and I've really missed it, and I'm excited to be back. I've set myself the goal of getting into kind of a regular routine over here. I'd like to upload new videos for you at least once or twice a week. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can build in this space. And of course, if you haven't already joined our community over on Twitch, I'm live over there Wednesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do lots of casual chatting over there. We play The Sims. We play all of the cozy indie games. It's a really loving space that I'm so proud to host, and we would love to see you over there. Thinking a little bit about YouTube and this space, we are well on our way to YouTube partner already, which is absolutely amazing. All we're missing is hours of content watched, which means I just need to post lots of content that you all like to watch. But seriously, thank you so much for subscribing and for all of the support and getting us to 2,000 subscribers. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm looking forward to seeing how far we can get on the path to partner by the end of this summer. And I've got lots of ideas for content to post, and of course, plenty of news on new and upcoming cozy games to share with you. If there's ever anything in particular that you'd like to see in this space or see from me, please let me know in the comments. I absolutely love hearing from you. So for this build, I've honestly just been really inspired by the new Sims 4 werewolf pack. Everything about it is just so well done. I love the grunge and the queerness of the CAS items. There's mullets and flannel and tattoos. It's just so good. And the gameplay is so funny. We've just started a queer werewolf 100 baby challenge on Twitch, and I can't remember the last time I laughed so much during a stream. But I think my favorite additions and the things that I've definitely drawn inspiration from for this build today are the build by items and the new Moonwood Mill map. The map is a beautiful mix of like grungy and rustic with a very Pacific Northwest feel. Think Twin Peaks, think Twilight. The misty trees and the mountains make me feel really warm and cozy, and there's nothing like a rainy day in this pack. I've always been drawn to the vibes of the Pacific Northwest, so I thought what better way to relax my mind than to transport myself to a quiet lot in my favorite new town. And I challenged myself to make a garden cottage for a witch who might just be finding herself tangled up with werewolves someday soon. From the start of the build, I knew that I wanted little shelves outside the window for potted plants. I've always loved the idea of having little shelves just outside of my window for plant storage. Can you imagine how nice it would be to just open your kitchen window and look at your little herb garden and season your food that way? It would be perfect. And then I thought it would be really sweet to have a cellar for potions and fungi. And at first I was just going to have that be a basement in the build, and then I realized, and I was so excited, that I could just create a basement and remove the ceiling from it so that you could actually peek into it from above, and it could be this little hidden garden cellar in the yard. I think that this little hidden potion cellar is actually my favorite part of the build, and I'm really excited to play and maybe grow some mushrooms down there and some potion ingredients and brew potions down there. I'm just excited to spend time down there. Knowing that I wanted to create this little cottage as a retreat for a witch who loves gardening and brewing potions and enjoying time outdoors, I spent a lot of time on the garden and making it super colorful with beautiful flowers and some fruit trees and lots of empty pots and containers for growing magical plants and potion ingredients when I actually start to play and use the build. I added in lots of stone and trees and weeds throughout the lawn because I wanted it to feel like it was already a part of this rustic world. I wanted it to feel decorated and complete, of course, but I also left room to add more personal touches during my own future gameplay. The back garden is empty, for example, and there's plenty of room for like a chicken coop or a little forest or maybe a pond or maybe all of those. And the interior could certainly use more clutter and a more lived-in feel, but I like adding that organically as I play and live in the space. For the inside, my focus was mostly on making it feel rustic and simple. I did use some custom content in this build, mostly plants and a few other token built by items, but most of my favorite parts of the build are just from the werewolf pack. I love how so many of the items in that pack are upcycled. I can imagine the witch just sort of like finding an old abandoned door along the river and bringing it home to make it a desk to save money, but also because there's like a magic in inherited items, in items that people have had in their homes before, and the story might still be part of that. I don't know. I just think it adds to the magic of creating a witchy home, and also so many opportunities for story, not just in the Sims that I build, but in the spaces that I build for them too. Like the Pacific Northwest, this map has like a little bit of a lumber yard feel to it in some areas. And so even something as simple as the wooden shelves that I have outside a few of the windows, I like thinking about that coming from maybe a discarded wood pile somewhere, and the witch brings it back and thinks it's the perfect way to sort of display the plants outside. I don't know. I've got a lot going on in my brain for this build. But whatever the story, the final product is, I think, really beautiful, really quaint, the exact kind of place that I'd like to spend all of my time. I had so much fun unwinding with all of you and making this build. Thank you so much for listening and hanging out with me. I hope this build gives you a little bit of inspiration for your own builds in The Sims if you like to play The Sims. And if you're just listening for the vibes, I hope that you set aside some time to relax, unwind, and treat yourself to some mindful gameplay sometime soon. If you did enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and leave a comment below. All of that goes a really long way in supporting my work on YouTube, and of course, helping us get a little bit closer to YouTube Partner. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and see you really soon.